Hi everyone, my name is Paul. I'm working on a game since November 2019. This is my first game ever, and I had no idea what I was doing when I started, but I'm pretty happy with the results so far. My game is a multiplayer naval first-person shooter. It has many similarities with Sea of Thieves, Black Wake, or Blazing Sails. One major difference with these games is the theme. Indeed, I chose to make a steampunk themed game to make something different and for few other reasons. At the moment, I have implemented very basic gameplay. You can steer the ship, you can refuel the steam engines, you can mount the cannons and shoot, and reload the cannons, and you can also repair your ship when it's damaged. And of course, all of this is multiplayer. In the future, I plan to add a customization system to let the player choose the type of weapons, the type of engines, and the armor they want to equip on their ships. Making the ocean was surprisingly easy, because I found a very good tutorial on YouTube. But then I realized that things will not be easy forever when I tried to make ships floating on it. That was really the first challenge I had to face. To make a ship floating on the water, I applied forces on its rigid body based on its distance to the surface. But it was way too bouncy, and it would have been a nightmare to synchronize over the network. After a lot of attempts, I finally went for a much simpler solution that doesn't need forces at all. It's way more stable and easy to manipulate. Once this problem was solved, I ran into an even bigger one. Making a first-person controller is easy as pie, because again, there are countless tutorials that can teach you how to do that. The first-person controller I created was good for moving on static surfaces, but it was terrible for working on a moving ship. I read a ton of forum threads about this topic, but none of them really helped with my problem. I spent an entire month and a big part of my mental health to fix this problem. I was really considering giving up until I finally found a solution after a billion of attempts. The solution I came up with is quite simple, and I'm really satisfied with it, even if there is still room for improvement. The third problem I had to face was the multiplayer implementation. When I looked into it, the Unity's multiplayer system was being deprecated. The new system was still under development and it was poorly documented. I found a tutorial series about how to implement a multiplayer system from scratch made by a guy named Tom Weiland, and I recommend you to check his channel if you're interested by this topic. However, I choose to use a framework called Mirror, because it allows you to write code for the server and the client in the same scripts, which saves a lot of time. I also had a lot of trouble when I tried to make holes, or to make sure the ocean doesn't render inside the ship, but I won't cover these topics any further in this video. If you want more details on how I managed to go through these challenges, feel free to ask in the comments. I will probably make tutorials in the future. You may also have noticed that my 3D modeling skills are far from professional level. And to be honest, I don't spend a lot of time into modeling. In the future, I don't think I will do the modeling myself, and I'm really considering teaming up with someone for this reason. If you want to test my game, please join my Discord server. The link is below. I will be happy to read your feedback. And of course, if you like this content, please hit the like button subscribe, hit the notification bell, you know, the usual YouTube stuff. See you in the next.